How long were you in the Foreign Legion?
4.5 years. So yeah, 4.5 years, and it was right. So we get back from Estonia, and now I'm kind of going into like this training phase and getting promoted and actually doing pretty well. So I go to promotional course, and now I go to a team lead mountain course, which is like, I was at a mountain regiment. We trained in the Alps. So we're in the French Alps in the summer and the winter. So after passing the basic winter one, I'm talking sleeping in igloos, like way up on the thing. It was pretty intense, man. And you got guys from Nepal in our unit, dude, just humbling, bro. Smoking cigarettes, walking up the mountain with skis and rifles and just like nothing. I'm like, you know, like dying, bro. Very, very strong, powerful, but really cool moments, you know, being on top of these mountains, skiing down. And it was on this team lead course. I passed the first introductory phase, and then I had like this calf injury from years prior in selection. I tore my medial calf muscle, and I just never got it fixed. It's still deformed, but it was really starting to kind of show itself here. I was just bogging down, dude. I could not keep the pace. And this is where I go, dude, I can't keep this pace. I'm not gonna slow down. It's just, and I'm talking, we had 5-6 guys in this small course because it was kind of a little bit more advanced. And I was hitting my limit, which I never thought I had one, but I really realized that, dude, I'm like hitting my limit now. I'm gonna get this calf checked out. So I ski down, I go into a hospital. They check me into the hospital for 6 weeks because they're like, dude, this thing is pretty fucked up. I don't know how you're walking, and they're doing a lot of MRIs on it. So there I am in that hospital for 6 weeks in this government French hospital going, I got some time, and I kind of want to tell my story, or I felt isolated, man, and I just wanted to get back connected with people because I had been off the grid for years. So that's when I started my Instagram, and I posted a picture and connected with some people, and because I hadn't told anybody where I was or nothing, nobody really other than my close family. And that's when I kind of started to get my connections and started sharing my story, and I shared it on YouTube about what I was and what I was doing, and I got a lot of feedback from veterans who were like, dude, I was about to kill myself, and I saw your story, and it really helped me. And I go, dude, maybe there's something here. And they're like, well, here's what I'm doing, and here's what I've learned to help me, that helped me. And I just shared with people what has helped me feel good about my day, feel good about my life and where I'm going, and it started to get some traction.
But the Foreign Legion didn't like that.
No, they did not like that. And it wasn't an issue. There's guys in the Foreign Legion with Instagrams and stuff. You could see them, and like they'll post it. They have an issue when it gets millions of views, right? Because now there's a lot of, you know, it's not an issue till it's an issue, and they want to be able to control the narrative, which I actually understand. Totally understand that part of it. But I also have my life, and I'm getting out of the Foreign Legion, and I'm gonna get out in 6 months. I'm moving trucks around a base. I gotta like get some traction moving in a direction. They told me to take it down. I said no. And so now we're at odds, right? That's a huge issue. And we got a lawyer and tried to fight that administrative battle, and it was not gonna happen, right? It was just irreconcilable differences. So at some point, you know, we had to pull chocks, and my lawyer was like, dude, I mean, they already said if you don't take this down, we're giving you back to back 30-day jail sentences before you're forced kicked out if you don't take it down. I'm going, bro. And they're putting you on bread and water and breaking big rocks into small rocks, mind you. It's not like chilling. I mean, you're doing manual labor, and I'm going, dude, I'm not taking it down. And so if I'm already getting kicked out, my lawyer's like, dude, you're not a citizen here. You're not a legal citizen. You're nothing. You don't have nothing here. So they have a lot of legal gray area. Like they can put you in Foreign Legion jail. It's technically not legal, but you know, it's what are you gonna do? And then you're gonna get booted out. So they're like, dude, you gotta pretty much leave the country. And so I ended up just leaving the country, breaking the contract.
Into what you're doing now. So you went from Foreign Legion to...
Yeah, I started coaching in my barracks room. So I had clients, and I was still working, and I'm doing my stuff, which was good. But, you know, and I was super stoked. I wanted to stay in. I fought to stay in. I really wanted to finish up strong because the truth is, man, I had a asterisk on my SEAL career, right? I did a full contract, and then it was in my second one. 7 years of SEAL teams, but it didn't end how I wanted. Now I was here, wanted that clean redemption, but dude, redemption's not a fairy tale. It's just not. And even though you have this clear vision of like, when people get married, they don't picture themselves getting divorced, right? All people go, oh, you got to honor your word. I go, bro, you're divorced. Talk about honoring a word. Bro, institutions got no honor for you, man. I got news for you. You got to look out for you. And if you're being responsible and trying to help people and doing things, you know what's in your heart. And I believed I had a calling from God. Dude, I wasn't taking shit down for anybody.
That was your conviction because you would say it's because of the impact you saw it making.
Brother, it was so, I was getting hundreds of emails saying, dudes, man, I was in there with my gun about to pull the trigger and I had your YouTube popped up. Going, dude, I'm not taking that down. Fuck you, man. I'm just not doing it, dude. And if that's an issue, I'm talking about life and getting better here. I'm not talking about state secrets.
You're not trashing the Foreign Legion.
And I've never said anything negative about the Foreign Legion, still to this day. Ton of respect. I have respect for them as an institution, and I always will. There's going to be people on all sides that are going to have their opinion on it, but you got to do what's right in your heart. I knew what was right in my heart, and now, beautiful family, beautiful daughter, which you just met. It's like none of that would have happened, man. None of that would have happened if I hadn't have made that call. And guess what? It was not an easy call because I didn't want to do it. It was not something that I felt like, oh, look good. Look, dude, I was really liking where I was at. I was liking working in the Foreign Legion and doing what I was and working with the guys I was. But at some point, you got to make a call for you that's for your future. That's actually for your calling. And if I felt like I was truly being called to something, that it felt wrong to go the other direction.
And it's completely different getting in trouble and getting a charge and getting pushed out of something versus creating something that's inspiring people and then that causing a reaction.
I'd like to think so, but you're always going to get haters and people that say different stuff. And you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I know how I live every day, and I know what was going on in my head because I was getting a ton family members who don't leave this. I was getting all the inputs that were saying don't do this, but they didn't know that I was getting threatened with jail. They didn't know I was getting threatened with going to get kicked out anyway. Right? They didn't know all these other things that I was just kind of internalizing and managing, which is you got to take into consideration, right? You got to know the full scope of the situation. And when I balanced everything out, bro, it only made sense. And I needed to follow a path that I was scared of, bro. I didn't know coaching or anything was going to work out. It's a huge variable. I had no idea how to do any of that, and so it was walking into the unknown. And it was what I knew was safe was staying in the Legion and staying in the military. That's safe. We talked about it a little bit. It's like that's the safe, easy road, actually, if that's the world you come from, and that's where I was safe and I knew. And so that was the easy way. And it felt like bowing a knee, kissing the ring, dude. And I wasn't going to do that, man.
Yeah. And like you said, you still have a lot of respect for the SEALs, the Foreign Legion. Like, you never talk down on those.
Brother, great institutions, man. Great institutions, man. I'll only say positive things, right? Are there negative things in every unit? Sure, but it's not for me to say, bro. Definitely not for me to say. And that part doesn't matter. People will find that out if they go into those institutions. They could find out their own truth, right? And so it's not for me to put shade on any of it. A lot of positives. Foreign Legion, in a lot of respects, saved my life, right? In a lot of respects, gave me a second life. And at some point, things don't always pan out perfectly like a fairy tale, even though we wish they would.